It was a very long night last night. The Halos arriving back in Southern California late in the evening or even early in the morning hours after a 5-5 road trip. And tonight they begin the first of 6 to finish off the season. It's the Oakland A's in town for 3. Take a look at the American League wild card standings. The Angels with an opportunity to pick up a half game. The Boston Red Sox and the Yankees rained out. They'll play a double dip on Sunday. Hi, everybody. Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubicza. Glad you could join us back here for Angels baseball on Fox Sports West. The Halos essentially have to win out if they're going to make noise in the American League wild card. It seems like the Texas Rangers are going to win the West eventually with their lead tonight against the Seattle Mariners. They're playing a 3-game set down in Texas. When you start looking at other things, I should say, than team things, you start looking at the individual accomplishments. And Jared Weaver right now with 2 more starts on the season with an opportunity to win 20 games. It starts tonight. He's an 18-game winner right now.
Exactly, Victor. Perfect guy to have to start this homestand, in which you mentioned that you have to win out the rest of this season to be able to have any kind of chance in this wild card. It's 18-7 mark. This is a superb ERA, 2.41. Big thing, they're 9-2. Jared Weaver is following a loss. So after a loss like last night, you need to have your ace on the hill. 3-0 against Oakland this season alone with an ERA 1.21. He's been fantastic. A shutout here against the A's. So look for them to establish the fastball. We said a number of times to get back to using that changeup. This club likes to hit the fastball. You can utilize your secondary pitches. You should be successful.
Well, the Angels have an opportunity still in the American League wild card. The Tampa Bay Rays losing right now to the Toronto Blue Jays. So at the very least, with an Angels victory and a Rays loss, they would be tied for second in the American League wild card. Just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. speak for themselves, like the 2012 Sonata and 2012 Genesis. This is your Southern California Hyundai dealer or MySoCalHyundai.com today. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. Halo's not wasting any time in taking the field. We give you the update already from Tampa, as we were just talking about St. Petersburg, as the Rays were taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays have taken care of the Tampa Bay Rays, so a Halos victory here tonight. Both teams will be 2.5 games back of the idle, or I should say washed out, Boston Red Sox. Let's take a look at the lineup, I should say, for Bob Melvin and the Oakland Athletics at 70 and 86. Jamal Weeks leading things off at second base. Coco Crisp is in center field. Hideki Matsui at DH. Josh Willingham is the left fielder. David DeJesus in right. Cliff Pennington, the switch hitting shortstop, is batting sixth. Brandon Allen at first base. He'll bat seventh. Kurt Suzuki, the former Cal State Fullerton product, is behind the plate. And Scott Sizemore, the former Tiger, is batting ninth and playing third. As they take on Jared Weaver, 18-7 on the year, a 2.41 ERA.
Yeah, Jared going for win number 19, has an ERA at home in his 5 starts against the Oakland A's at a 1.06. Been very effective as far as throwing that fastball for strikes. And that's the thing, when he's on a roll, Jared's established the fastball early on, and then utilizes all his tremendous secondary pitches.
Defensively behind Weaver tonight, Mike Trout gets a start in left. Peter Borges in center. Torrey Hunter is in right field. In the infield, it's Meister Sturz, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Mark Trumbo around from third to first, and Jeff Mathis behind the plate.
Mike Trout getting that start in the left field, covers so much ground along with Peter Borges and Torrey Hunter, potential Gold Glove winner in right field this year for the Halos. So anything hit in the air and staying in the stadium, he's got a real good chance of being called with that speed out in the outfield.
Jamal Weeks set to lead things off for Bob Melvin. Weeks in his rookie season, a .303 average, a home run, 32 runs batted in. Jared's first pitch is outside for ball one. Weeks now playing in his 92nd game. A .281 hitter from the right side, .313 from the left. Looks at a strike and it'll even the count. Weeks picked up his first major league home run yesterday against the Texas Rangers. They battled back to salvage the finale of that 3-game set. Texas doing a lot of damage against the A's all season long as Weeks lifts one high and deep to right field. Torrey Hunter's going back, and this one is gone. Second major league home run for Jamal Weeks, and just like that, the Angels are down 1-0.
Well, Jamal Weeks is now 3 for 4 in his career against Jared Weaver. Now a home run in the mix. Boy, going in with that no-seam fastball, but this time it got middle part of the plate and elevated. And that's one of those dangers with throwing that two-seam fastball inside on a left-handed batter. You've had to establish either a cut fastball or four-seam fastball in first to keep them honest off that inside corner, but that ball ran out and he hits it out of the ballpark.
Coco Crisp swinging first pitch, loops one out toward shallow left. Mike Trout will make the catch, one away. That'll bring up Hideki Matsui. Jared giving up 19th home run this season. 5th time he has faced the Oakland A's, and he has been magnificent against Oakland this year. Weaver with a 3-0 record, a shutout at a 1.21 ERA. In 29 2/3 innings of work. Giving up the early home run here. Matsui looks at a fastball for a strike. Hideki, the DH, down a little bit over the last couple of weeks. The average at .253, still with 12 home runs and 71 runs batted in. 28 doubles on the year for Matsui as the breaking ball is rolled over. Howie Kendrick has it. 2 outs. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, I'll go a little Europe for you. I know you love this song, Victor.
One of my favorites.
Final countdown. The opportunity here with 6 games to play. Put yourself in position to put the pressure on the Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. I know you love that song, Victor.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do it for you. I was waiting all year for that.
Can't stand that song. Here's Josh Willingham. But I'm glad you weaved it into the broadcast. Willingham takes a strike.
Norm loves it too. He was telling me when I was telling him that was going to be our key. He was jumping up for joy.
The 0-1 pitch. Just missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Willingham had one heck of a series against the Angels at the Coliseum. 6 for 10 with a couple of home runs. 27 home runs this year. 93 runs batted in for the free agent to be, and Weaver hits him right in the ribs.
It's the 3rd batter Jared Weaver has hit this season. Setting up in, making sure this fastball stayed in, ran in and got the rib cage area of Willingham.
That'll knock the wind out of you.
What that does, though, it allows you to have the outer part of the plate. Not that you're necessarily trying to hit a batter, but you want to establish something inside. You mentioned how well he's hit the Angels this year, especially that last series up in Oakland. He was looking out over the plate, very comfortable driving the ball to left center and the right center.
So with Willingham at first base, David DeJesus steps up. Swinging first pitch, fouls it off to left. DeJesus also a free agent to be. A down year for him, a .236 average with 9 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Former Rutgers University product. Originally the Kansas City Royals organization. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
And that's the one pitch Jared's been effective against DeJesus, because DeJesus has had great numbers not only against Jared but the entire Angels staff. For his career, .339, .358 this season.
Jared's last start was on the 14th at the Coliseum. The pitch gets away from Mathis. That will allow Willingham to advance on the wild pitch. And in that game, Weaver went 7 innings, gave up just 1 run, 6 hits, one of which was a home run to Josh Willingham. He also hit Willingham in that game in the 1st inning.
Trying to establish the fastball, and it gets away.
So man in scoring position and a 1-2 count on David DeJesus. Jamal Weeks with a leadoff home run, his 2nd home run of the year. 33rd run batted in. Off speed pitch, down and away. Two balls, 2 strikes. 13 pitches thrown by Weave here in the top of the 1st. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Down goes DeJesus. The inning comes to an end, but not before the A's strike first on a Jamal Weeks solo home run at the bottom of the 1st. 1-0 Oakland. 71. And Meister Spears leading things off at third base. Peter Borges at center field. Howie Kendrick at second. Torrey Hunter's the cleanup hitter in right. Mark Trumbo at first base. Vernon Wells will serve as the DH tonight as Mike Trout gets a start in left field. Eric Ivar is the shortstop. Jeff Mathis will bat tonight and do the catching, taking on the 26-year-old from Hialeah, Florida by the name of Gio Gonzalez.
And Gio Gonzalez got a very good fastball, 89 to 95 range. Will cut the fastball. Also above average curveball, slider, changeup. Has had his troubles though on the road. 4-7 mark with an ERA over 4 on the road. Dominant at home.
Meister looks at a fastball for a strike. Stura is 4 for 11 in the series against the Blue Jays. A .281 average, 5 home runs, and 38 runs batted in. Swinging through that one. And it's no balls at 2 strikes. Gonzalez being named to his first American League All-Star team this year. The lone A's selection. Got into the game. Meister chases the high fastball, and there's out number 1. Defensively for Oakland tonight, you got Willingham in left, Crispin center, DeJesus in right, in the infield, Sizemore, Pennington, Weeks, and Allen from third to first, and Suzuki behind the plate.
And Weeks playing that second base position. Very good range, although at times the throws have been inaccurate at first base. That's committed. 13 errors at second base, so a guy very athletic. At times the throw not there to first base.
There's 40 errors combined between Sizemore, Pennington, and Weeks. 122 errors committed by the Oakland A's this year.
When those guys all look like Gold Glovers when we were up there in Oakland this past series.
Borges hits one in the air towards center field. Coco Crisp is there. 2 outs, pardon me. 2 very quick outs, and Howie Kendrick will step to the plate. Last time out for Gio Gonzalez at the Coliseum. Went 6 2/3. Allowed 2 runs on 7 hits. Struck out 6, walked 1. His 3 wins against the Angels, all at home this year. As Howie looks at a fastball away for ball 1. His lone loss against the Halos in those 4 starts here back on April the 25th. Gave up 5 runs, 4 earned in 5 innings of work. Outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Howie hit .297 out on the road trip. Hit 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in. The average at .291 on the year. Career high 18 home runs. Swinging through that fastball. It looks here in the early going that Gonzalez has some good life on that fastball.
Very compact delivery for him right now. And we talked about it before. A guy that at times could be erratic in the strike zone, but doesn't seem to be the case against the Angels in any of those starts.
This one lifted in the air to right. DeJesus is back there. He'll make the catch. The Angels go down in order. 1 complete. Oakland with a 1-0 lead. Ways a ceremonial first pitch. Former middle infielder Rick Burleson getting a chance to throw that pitch. Funny, a position player actually got it to home plate with no issues whatsoever and wearing the Letterman's jacket as we welcome in Rick. And glad you could join us. I do have to ask you this. I mean, where your loyalties lie. I know you're here at the Big A and you wore the Angels jacket out there. The Red Sox leading the wild card. The Angels at the start of the day 3 back. Today, are you rooting for the Angels?
I am. I really am. It's just so exciting this time of the year, Victor, to watch pennant race baseball in September, and you know I'm just excited that they have an opportunity to get there. You know, the Red Sox have been faltering, but you know I work for the Diamondbacks and they're in, so
it's awesome.
So it's
a win-win-win.
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Are you a proponent of the wild card? That being said,
I am. You know why? Because in 1978. When Bucky Dent hit the home run against us in the one-game playoff in Boston, we both won 99 games going in, and one team went home, and that was us.
Right.
Obviously, had they had the wild card back then, we would have still been in the playoffs, and then anything can happen. As you know, wild card teams have won the World Series, so something like that could have happened to us back in the 70s, and unfortunately, it didn't happen to the Red Sox until in the mid-2000s, but it did happen.
Yeah, Rick, how was it to be part of that game anyhow? I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, but that had to be that was one of the best games, as I know as a fan watching, one of the best games I've ever seen.
Well, Mark, back then we faced a guy named Ron Guidry, who that particular year he was 25-3 with a 1-something ERA, so he was obviously their ace and the best pitcher in the game at the time, and we actually knocked him out and came back and tied the game, only to lose. But it was a terrific game. Bucky put him ahead 3-2. We had a 2-0 lead. He put him ahead 3-2, and then Reggie hit a 2-run homer against us to put us down 5-2. And we came back from that and made it a game. And of course, Goose Gossie's got us out in the bottom of the 9th, and the Yankees went on to win the World Series.
Was Reggie in a mood to fight Billy Martin again at any point in that series? In that game?
I don't know if that was that year or the year before, but I remember that all going down, and that was something in those days to have a player want to fight the manager.
What was the series like back then? Because we obviously it gets overhyped now, the whole Yankees-Red Sox thing, especially over the last 10 years. But was it like that at all as Trumbo makes a catch for out number 2? Was it that contentious back in the 70s?
It was. We didn't like them. They didn't like us. We respected them. Obviously, they had great players on those teams, and but the fans really from both the cities made that such a heated deal because, you know, Red Sox people couldn't go to Yankee Stadium and sit there with the Red Sox garb on it. Just they wouldn't let it happen, and vice versa. You couldn't come into Fenway with Yankee stuff on and get away with it without getting beat up, and that's just the way it was back in those days. And you know, it's calmed down a little bit now. There's some more laws and rules and things. And then, of course, the sad deal with the Dodger and the Giant thing this year at the Dodger Stadium, of course, very uncalled for. But and I feel for that guy. I hope he's doing well.
When you remember the Angels, was there any team in which you guys all disliked and had to play and deal with as far as in that division there in the AL West?
Well, you know what? I remember we had some heated battles with Oakland. We had a couple of fisticuffs with them, but I think we did with every team. You know, there was a distaste for Texas as well as Seattle at the time, and you know, if they threw at our guys, we'd throw at them, and then all of a sudden things would break out. I remember one night somebody threw at Rod Carew, and I thought he was going to the mound. And he started out and stopped, but I'd already committed from the dugout, and I ended up being on the mound by myself. And of course, on a pile of about 2,000 pounds, people trying to punch me and kick me, and but that was the day. And in fact, I didn't even get kicked out of the game for doing that. Today, I would have probably got suspended and been out 15 days or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that was fun too, being one of the biggest guys on the team, being out there all by yourself. As far as that is concerned, I mean, does it bother you that things are taken care of differently today, or maybe that hitters have more of an advantage than pitchers do? I mean, how do you look at it? This one, and I'm putting you on the spot here, you had about a 7-second response.
Well, I really think they ought to get rid of the DH and let the pitchers hit, and then if they're going to throw at people, then they're going to have to bat, consequently take it from the opposing pitcher.
That's kind of how we all feel. Great seeing you, and good luck to you guys in the postseason, man. Go Diamondbacks.
It's been fun. I hope they do well. Thank you.
The 1-0 score. Jamal Weeks with a leadoff home run. Torrey Hunter leading things off. 4, 5, and 6 for the Angels here. Hunter, Trumbo, and Wells. Gio Gonzalez had a 1-2-3 first, including a strikeout.
Always liked Rick Burleson, the way he played the game. He played the game extremely hard. What about him and Bobby Grich up the middle?
Kind of the same mentality.
Yep. It's not an easy base to slide into at second with those two guys in that vicinity.
Torrey looks at a fastball for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Gonzalez not messing around here tonight. A lot of fastballs, especially on the outside part of the plate. Tried to elevate there, and it's 1-2. The crew chief is Daryl Cousins. He's behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Tom Hallion at first base, Ron Kolpa at second, and Jim Wolf is over at third. Torrey has struggled against Oakland this year, just a 185 batting average. Overall, a 260 average on the season. And the 1-2. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter with 21 home runs, 78 runs batted in. 22 doubles, 2 triples. Done a nice job of the outfield, too. 15 outfield assists this year. Break the pitch down and in. That may have gotten him. No. Full count.
Tried to work it.
Yeah.
Hey, any way you get on base. Curveball. That's something on the bounce. That's still considered a hit by pitch if it hits you on the bounce.
Yeah. Lifts this one in the air to shallow right. Weeks is out there. He's out number 1. Fans of 1970s uniforms worn by the Halos tonight are now up for sale via auction online. Visit angels.com/auctions to bid on the authentic hats, helmets, as well as uniforms. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Angels Foundation. There's Mark Trumbo. 255 average, 29 home runs, and 87 driven home. Swings through that one. It's no balls and 1 strike.
Well, you're still looking at the numbers in the American League as far as leaders, as far as walks allowed. Gonzalez leading the American League with 86, but he seems to always be around the strike zone against the Angels.
Lines this one to right field. DeJesus will play it on a hop. There's a one-out base hit. First base runner for the Angels. Go back to that breaking pitch that Gonzalez threw to Corey Hunter. Just out of curiosity.
Well, it sure looked like it got him.
Still can't quite tell if it got him on the shin or knee. He hobbled out of the batter's box.
Seen Vladdy hit many of those baseballs off the ground like that.
Yeah. Freak of nature, though.
Yes. There's no real strike zone for Vlad.
No. Vernon Wells at the plate, serving as a DH tonight. Looks at a fastball in at the knees for strike one. Vernon, during that 10-game road trip, 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in. 223 average, 24 home runs on the year, 65 RBIs, 15 doubles and 4 triples. Throw to first. Trumbo's back.
Gonzalez with 2 pickoffs this year, but been susceptible to the stolen base. 19 stolen bases against him in 23 attempts. He doesn't necessarily have a great pickoff move from the left side here.
0-1 pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Halos this year 7-9 against Oakland. But at the Big A over the last 13 games, a 10-3 record. Most of the damage the A's have done have been Northern California as Vernon fouls this one back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's Bob Melvin, the skipper, no longer the interim. Awarded a 3-year contract a couple of days ago. Former manager of the Mariners and the Diamondbacks. Vernon takes the breaking pitch low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It'll be interesting to see what the A's do going into this offseason. Josh Willingham has said publicly that he wouldn't mind coming back to Oakland, likes playing for Bob. Vernon swing and a miss. 2 outs.
Gonzalez with that very good breaking pitch he has. That's his go-to pitch when he's ahead of the count. Good break to it. And the velocity difference between the fastball and the curveball is so effective for him. See how far Vernon is out in front of that pitch.
That is a tight breaking pitch. Not a big hump to it. The bigger the hump, the more opportunity a hitter has to adjust the hands as he's geared up for a fastball. Trout looks at a strike.
And that's the thing. If you're able to throw a breaking pitch, especially when you're throwing from the left side at 93 to 95 range, and then you can throw a breaking pitch with that type of spin and that tightness of the break, very difficult for a hitter to time it. Slower break a ball, time to adjust. Hard break a ball, difficult.
Mike Trout listening in the air towards center field. Coco Crisp is back there. Rundgren makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on, 2 complete. Oakland still up 1-0. Up by the score of 1-0, courtesy of the Weeks home run in the first inning, a leadoff shot. Second in as many days. 2 hits allowed by Jared, 2 strikeouts. No walks, 1 hit batter. That was Willingham in the first inning. First pitch is down low.
Well, Weeks now 11 for 27 this season against the Angels.
One 0 pitch. This is down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Weeks, a former first-round pick out of the University of Miami. Ricky's brother. And if he can settle things down defensively, could be a pretty impactful guy, position player-wise, for Oakland, which those have been few and far between for the Athletics over the last couple of years.
A lot of good arms, position player-wise. A little bit more of an issue. Weeks, though, at the top of this order here, along with Coco Crisp, give him a ton of speed. Combined 64 stolen bases between the two of them.
Issue with Crisp has been the fact that injuries continue to creep up on him.
Pretty much every year it takes away from his ability on the offensive side, being such a dynamic force.
2-2. Chopper to the left side. Coming on is Sturz. They get Weeks by a step. There's out number 1. The Ford CIF Southern Section Game of the Week on Fox Sports West. Former league rivals Alemany takes on Chaminade tonight. Chalk winner for the home team. That's 10:30 on Fox Sports West.
Looking forward to checking that game out.
It's a lot riding on it.
Yes, there is. I'm 1-1 against you so far.
Against me?
Yeah, well, you've been picking the other team. Wherever I pick, you go the other way. You never seem to go with me. My selections.
Chris swinging first pitch. Lines one to Trumbo, 2 outs. Chris now 0 for 2. But there hasn't been any point where you've convinced me that I should buy into your logic, especially after week 1. All the studying you do of high school football, baseball, lacrosse,
and basketball.
Yeah, and tetherball on occasion at the junior varsity level.
Yes, indeed.
And you failed me in week 1 as Matsui takes outside.
But I tried to convince you on Cerbite game, week 2.
Yeah, but I was so far on the other side at that point. I could go.
Crenshaw lost by 1 point.
Here's the one. No. I'm sorry, did it go in the loss column? 1 ball, 1 strike.
Excuse me, did you say something?
Matsui grounded out to Howie Kendrick at the first. He's 0 for 1. Thought about pulling the trigger, held up, and took a fastball down the middle, 1-2. Jared looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Trying to go back-to-back changeups against Matsui. Matsui's turned into a hitter now where he's kind of guess along with the pitcher. Wants something firm on the inner part of the plate. You can stay away, change speeds. It's very effective against him.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Hideki. There's out number 3. Third strikeout for Jared Weaver. We hit to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 1-0 Oakland.
70 miles. She must live in your neighborhood.
I was going to say, I do that every day. Seems to be.
One way.
Yes.
You're always lathered up by the time you get here.
Yeah, I'm always in a good mood. That traffic is never an issue.
Eric Eilhard, Jeff Mathis, Meiser Sturis, 8-9-1 for the Angels here against Gio Gonzalez. High bar, swinging first pitch, hits one in the air toward right center field. David DeJesus still going back there, makes the catch. Boy, that ball carried.
It's kind of humid out today. And even the ball that Weeks hit traveled pretty far. That ball was kept drifting back. That's the other way.
Yep. So 1 out, nobody on for Jeff Mathis. Mathis at 179 with 3 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Jeff playing in his 91st game. Takes a fastball outside. Texas currently leading the Seattle Mariners 5-3. That game in the 9th inning. Boston idle with the postponement of their game tonight. The Angels with an opportunity to pick up a half game of the wild card. The Tampa Bay Rays have lost to the Toronto Blue Jays by the score of 5-1.
So you can catch Tampa again. And the bottom line is you want to only have to chase one team.
This one off the end of the bat towards second base. Weeks. The off balance throw. There's out number 2. So 2 outs and nobody on for Meiser Sturis. The Halos have had 1 base runner tonight. That was 1 out base hit by Mark Trumbo in the second. 2 strikeouts for Gonzalez. And that was the first ground ball out. Sturis takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 5 fly ball outs for Gio. Just turned 26 years of age last week. 1 ball, 1 strike. Former first-round pick. The Chicago White Sox. 2004. Breaking ball drops in there, 1-2. And the Angels are going to have to change up strategy here against Gonzalez because he's got it working so far. Outside, it is 2-2. And the Angels last night really struggling through the last 4 innings. Check that, 5 innings of the ball game, just 1 hit, and that 1 hit was a bloop single that should have been an out. The Steelers had it. Breaking ball is low, full count. Hitless from the 9th through the 12th.
I still think the approach has to be you're not trying to win the game with 1 swing. You want to make good contact. Don't press, don't squeeze the bat too hard because that's when you end up making mistakes at the plate.
Steers lifts one in the air towards center field. Coco Crisp is there. The 1-2-3 inning. 3 complete, 1-0 Oakland. trivia question. Name the 4 A's managers that had multiple tenures in athletics history.
I almost feel that you have to throw Billy Martin in there just because he's always seemed to be moving back and forth.
Because you can?
Yep.
Jamal Weeks with a leadoff home run to start the ball game. The only scoring in this game, 1-0 A's here in the 4th. Willingham, DeJesus, and Pennington. Dick Williams only had 1 stint there.
He's the manager who won 2 out of those 3 world championships, right?
Half-hearted swing and a base hit up the middle. How about that? Excuse me swing. Willingham is on board with a leadoff base hit.
There's not a whole lot of commitment to swing the bat there by Willingham. They're perfectly placed. We talk about you can't hit it any better as far as location.
So leadoff man on board for David DeJesus. DeJesus, a strikeout victim in the first. One of 3 punch outs for Weaver tonight. One ball, no strikes. Texas has finished off the Seattle Mariners. So a loss tonight by the Angels.
Focus is on the wild card.
Yes. Breaking pitch, a strike. 1-1.
We've been saying that for the last few days, although Texas is continuing to swing the bat. And they're difficult to beat, especially when they're facing teams in the division, especially Oakland and Seattle. They've just feasted on the division itself, but on those 2 teams in particular, they've been crushing the ball, pitching very well.
Foul back, and it's 1-2. Yeah, Texas with that win tonight against Seattle, 35-17 within the division.
Angels 26-25.
Bulk of the problems with this team right here.
He had a 7-9 the Angels against the A's this year.
Breaking pitch down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Willingham remains at first. Jarrett at the start of the night, 2nd in the American League in earned run average, behind Justin Verlander, who's at 2.29. Josh Beckett after him, then James Shields. CC Sabathia apparently won't pitch the rest of the way to the postseason. Breaking pitch is down low. Full count now, so he will be stuck at 19 wins for the year. Jared, the only other guy capable of getting to 20.
I mean, that's surprising you don't give him one more start with that opportunity to win number 20. It's a special plateau for a pitcher.
Sabathia 3rd is in innings pitched this year. 3-2 is rolled over to Trumbo. He fires over to second base. Relay back to first. Base 6-3 goes to double play. Willingham went in hard to Eric Ibar at second. But the double play is completed, 2 away.
Boy, Trumbo is so good at the 3-6-3 double play. Position spin, good feed. And a good relay from Eric Ibar. Willingham went in hard late. In the old school way of playing baseball, if you get hit with a pitch, even though it's not, more than likely it wasn't on purpose, that's the best way to get back to your opponent. That hard slide at second base, taking out a potential double play.
So 2 outs and nobody on for Cliff Pennington. We're talking about innings pitched this year. Verlander leads the American League at 244. Shields, Sabathia, Felix Hernandez. Then you have Heron, Santana, Weaver. This one pulled down the right field line, and that is a fair ball. Pennington with decent speed will stop at second with a 2-out double. Pitch that was elevated in the strike zone. Pennington picks up his 26th double of the year.
I think you got to change up, something off speed.
We've seen a lot of those tonight from Jared Weaver.
So that ball was supposed to be down when he's on top of his game with the circle changeup. That's going to go away from a left-handed batter, but that stayed up in the zone. Sped up the bat of Cliff Pennington. He hits his 26th double.
Fourth hit allowed by Weaver. Here's Brandon Allen. Allen struck out. He lined out to Mark Trumbo. His first AB was when Rick Burleson was visiting with us in the booth. Allen coming over from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Brad Ziegler deals. This one's found off the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Allen got off to a terrific start with Oakland. Hit .354 through the first 13 games, but pitching started to figure him out quickly. Since then, he's hit just .145 with 38 strikeouts in 23 games.
Yeah, he's had a tough time dealing with breaking pitches in the dirt.
Tardy on that pitch, and it's 1-2. He's got a pitcher also by the name of Jordan Norberto from the Diamondbacks for Ziegler.
Well, that's what Kevin Towers is all about, the GM for the Diamondbacks. Bullpen depth, much as possible.
Upstairs, 2-2. One of the main reasons the Padres hung around as much as they did last year is that deep bullpen.
It allows the so-called small market, mid-market clubs to be competitive. When you look at Minnesota over the years too, but prior to this year, their bullpens itself gave them an opportunity to win so many games.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Allen. Mathis applies the tag, and there's out number 3. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still Oakland 1-0. TNT. By your Southern California Ford dealer. Visit us today and trade up to 4. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. The Angels have had 1 base runner tonight. That was a single by Mark Trumbo with 1 out in the 2nd. Gio Gonzalez with a couple of strikeouts. No walks, the 1 hit. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 here in the 4th inning with the Angels down 1-0. Borges, Kendrick, and Hunter.
Well, if Gonzalez can throw that curveball down and in, that'd be a perfect pitch for Borges to bunt down the 3rd baseline.
Sizemore playing in on the grass at 3rd. Allen going in at 1st. Peter looks at a fastball for a strike. Borges 0 for 1. Hit a fly ball to center field in the 1st inning. team leader in home batting average this year, 305. Fouls this one back, and it's 0-2.
I mentioned that earlier. Gonzalez with 86 walks, which leads the American League in that category. Only 5 this year and 25 2/3 coming into this game. So you add in another 3+ innings. He's been consistently throwing strikes for a guy that hasn't been throwing strikes against the rest of the league.
1-2 out toward right field. De Jesus back a couple of steps, makes the catch. One away. We go back to our AT&T trivia question. About A's managers. 4 of them had multiple tenures in their history. Earl Mack, Hank Bauer, Alvin Dark, and Jack McKeon.
Jack McKeon.
Trader Jack. He's been around.
He's everywhere.
He's still around.
Yes, he is.
May not be around after this year, but currently still around. And just one of a few guys that is slightly older than Norm Peters, our statistician.
And I know he loves you for pointing that out, too.
Now he bounces this one foul. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. We kid Norm all the time. Being around when baseball was invented and all that. But it's all in good fun.
And it's true.
He's one of the best. Breaking pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Howie hit a fly ball to right field in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Two balls, 2 strikes. Seems at least this time around that Esteras, Borges, now Kendrick trying to see more pitches from Gio. Guys were falling behind early in the count the first time through the order, so it seemed anyways, and he was getting them on his pitches.
Well, you look for patterns for a pitcher. A lot of first pitch fastballs away. Then once he gets back into the count or ahead of the count, he'll throw the curveball. He's going to mix in a 3-2 changeup here.
And Howie, this one in the air towards center, chases Chris back a little bit. Just shy of the warning track, 2 outs. Kids, tomorrow the Halos will be hosting these Oakland A's at 6:05. Kids in attendance will receive an Angels gumball machine, courtesy of Union Bank. Visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com to purchase your tickets today. It's an extravaganza tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Kubica will attempt to break the Guinness Book of World Record gumball eating during a baseball broadcast.
Yes, and why would I not do that?
While wearing the Jared Weaver throwback youth-size jersey.
Norm took that home. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
thankfully.
Norm sleeping in your jersey now?
Yes.
That's a good visual. 1-0 pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Torrey popped out to Jamal Weeks in the seconds. He's 0 for 1. Ahead of the count now at 3-0. Torrey swinging 3-0, bounces one up the line. Sizemore bobbles it for a second. Still throws out Torrey. And the inning comes to an end. 4 complete here at the Big A. 1-0 Oakland. Game card for a chance to win World Series tickets, compliments of Scott's. Top of the 5th inning here at the Big A. Oakland with a 1-0 lead. Jared Weaver giving up that leadoff home run to Jamal Weeks. He'll be scoring in this ball game. Kurt Suzuki, Scott Sizemore, and Jamal Weeks here in the 5th inning with the guys wearing the white shoes. Kurt Suzuki with a base hit his first time up. 1 for 1. Swinging first pitch. Maybe one in the air to right. Torre is back there, 1 away.
Number 29, third baseman, Scott.
A lot of early pitch hacking both teams.
Scott Sizemore made a nice play to finish off the bottom of the 4th inning. Staying with that baseball and throwing out Torre. He's 0 for 1 tonight against Weaver. Fly ball to left field as he looks at a fastball for a strike. Sizemore starting the year with the Tigers, originally in their system. Takes that pitch low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another changeup there. Sizemore, a pretty good read on it.
Yeah,
2-1.
we saw that in Oakland. The Oakland A's hitter didn't swing at a lot of changeup from Jared. It was more of the slider was effective against him.
3 balls and a strike. Sizemore picked up in a trade with the Tigers on May 27th for David Person. Recalled from AAA Sacramento on June the 6th. 3-1 grounded toward the hole. Ibar with a diving stop. Gets up. Fires to first. Got him. What a play by Eric Ibar for round number 2.
And Jared with an applaud for Eric Ibar. That's a highlight play for the night. Ball is in the outfield grass, and Sizemore runs pretty well down the line also. Hit well, went after the fastball, diving in the outfield grass, gathers himself, strong throw to get Sizemore by a half a step. Talk Gold Glove potential winners on this club right here. Eric Ibar is certainly one of them. Borges, Torrey Hunter. Jared saying great play. That gives you the confidence to challenge hitters with fastballs if you're going to make plays like that behind you.
Weaver goes fastball in the upper portions of the strike zone to get ahead of Weeks. Weeks 1 for 2 with that home run and a fly ball to left. Slow breaking pitch slipped out of the hand of Jared, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Oakland with a run on 4 hits, no errors, 3 left on. The Angels have managed 1 hit. They've led 1 guy on base. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good off speed of 1 and 2.
Back-to-back change-ups. I like that. When you can back up a change-up with another change-up, it really throws the timing off a hitter. You go back to a fastball up.
Lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So many pitchers go away from that. They throw a change-up, they think, okay, I better throw something firm after that. But a change-up, then another change-up after. Most hitters aren't looking for back-to-back change. If you can get an easy out or a swing and miss with that pitch.
This one pulled foul.
And now it's time for a Coors Light cold hard blast. Weeks leading off the ball game, gets a fastball inner half, 2-seam fastball that stayed true to the middle of the plate, and he hits it out for his 2nd career home run. He continues to swing the bat well against Angel pitching.
Another 2-2 pitch. Weeks loops it foul down the left field line. This one tailing into the seats. 63rd pitch thrown by Weaver tonight, 40 of which have been strikes. He's picked up 4 punch outs, walked nobody, and having allowed the 4 hits.
A nice fastball right on the outside corner should be a good pitch for Weaver here. Slow curveball. Weeks just fouled that off at 70 miles an hour. You can throw it in 188 to 91 range. It's going to be very effective away. Going with the fastball away.
Fastball away, got him looking, down goes Weeks. A 1-2-3 inning for Weaver. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Angels up, or down I should say, 1-0. Nothing against Gio Gonzalez and the Oakland A's, the first of 3 against the Athletics. Texas in for 3 beginning on Monday. Mark 1 for 1, had a base hit in the 2nd. And the base runner the Angels have had. Looks at a fastball for a strike. And congratulations to Ron Renicky. You see the Milwaukee Brewers score there, defeating the Florida Marlins 4-1. The Brewers clinch the National League Central title. They're still ahead of the Diamondbacks. Trumbo bounces a 2-hopper over to Sizemore. He's out number 1. The number 2 seed trying to get home field advantage in the division series.
Boy, Milwaukee has some pop in the lineup and some good starting pitching too, and some solid bullpen arms. Pretty dangerous club going into the postseason.
Yeah. Pretty good situation to get your first big league job managing. Ron making the most of it.
Might be a little different next year if Prince Fielder's not there. But he might as well try to win it now.
If Vernon looks at a fastball for a strike. What is this if stuff of which you speak?
Just in case there's some Brewer fans out there listening in.
I think they might be resigned to the fact that he's gone. A little bit high for Gio. That fastball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Wells struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. One of the 2 strikeouts that Gonzalez has picked up tonight. Here's the 1-1. This one pulled to short. Pennington has it. He'll roll up his arm and he fires it wildly. Goes in and out of the dugout. And Wells will be awarded second base. He had plenty of time. As we pointed out when this game started about all the errors committed from 3rd, short, and 2nd base. That's the 22nd by Pennington.
123rd as a team for Oakland. Hit well. Had time, kept in front of him. Threw that ball way off the base. Looks like he threw like a cut fastball over to first base. Because he's got a strong arm.
So man in scoring position for the first time for the Angels tonight. Here's Mike Trout. Hit a fly ball to center, his first at bat. No balls and a strike. Mike with that fly ball that ended the second inning, 1 for his last 20.
And it looks like he's got to get back and just react into the baseball. He's trying to think along with the pitcher, which makes it very difficult to hit. And his hands are so quick. Just watching him in batting practice, how quick his hands are. Through granted, it's not the same speed as what it would be during the game, but still, it's located sometimes in and away, down, off speed. He's that kind of hitter with his quickness.
The always tantalizing spin move to second. Sizemore playing in at third base. Here comes the 0-1. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Is that one of those moves you like to preach to youngsters?
No, I never use that move. If I'm going to spin around and waste that type of effort, I'm throwing the baseball to second base.
Regardless if there's someone covering or not.
Yeah. I'm not doing that spin move for nothing. I'm waiting for the daylight play with my second baseman or shortstop showing the glove, and then I'm throwing. Otherwise, I'm going home with the pitch.
1-1 pitch. Trout is swinging a miss on the fastball, 1-2. Ibar on deck. 1 out here in the 5th. Trumbo with a ground out. Wells grounded out, but Pennington with a throwing error, putting Wells at second base. Ball and 2 strikes on Mike Trout. The pitch upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike now playing in his 37th big league game. 5 doubles, no triples. 5 home runs, 15 runs batted in. A couple of stolen bases. Burnham serving as a DH tonight. Trout getting the start in left. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Chasing a fastball up and away. 2 outs. Fans, the Angels would like to thank the greatest fans in baseball. Sunday Fan Appreciation Day when the Halos host the Athletics for the last time. A 12:35 start here. Fans will have a chance to win great prizes from Pelican Hill Golf Course, JetBlue, and the Honda Center, as well as many, many more. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. And tomorrow, Halos will reach 3 million fans for the 9th straight season.
Very impressive mark.
Ibar looks at a curveball for a strike. Only the Yankees with a longer string, drawing 3 million fans or more.
And when you look into the Yankees, especially the old stadium, that stadium held about, what, 55, 56,000 people.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ibar hit a fly ball to right field leading off the 3rd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Fouled it straight back.
Good swing at that fastball. Looking out over the plate. Gonzalez staying away with the fastball away. Will throw the curveball down and in. But staying away on the fastball, stays away on the changeup. Gives you an idea as a hitter that that's the part of the plate you're going to have to go out and make good contact with.
Here comes the 1-2. Ibar swinging a miss, and Gonzalez not only has the fastball going, but the breaking pitch as well as the Angels leave a man in scoring position. 5 in the book, still 1-0 A's.
for the Coors Light Freeze Can. Ground ball in the hole. Sizemore, good speed, but Eric Ibar showing tremendous range in the outfield grass. Gets up, strong throw to get Sizemore at first base. 641st total chance for Eric Ibar at shortstop. Been outstanding, in my opinion. Gold Glove winner in that shortstop position. That was a Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Nice.
Just making my opinion in there. Ibar's been that good for me at shortstop.
Two, 3, and 4 for Oakland here in the 6th inning, up 1-0. Crisp, Matsui, and Willingham. Breaking pitch missing low. Coco's 0 for 2. Fly ball left and a line out to first. The Steers playing in on the grass at third, guarding against the bunt. That one caught the inside corner. 4 hits for Oakland against Weaver. He's also picked up 5 strikeouts. No walks, 1 hit batter. That was Willingham in the first. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fastball lifted foul and out of play on the left side. Two balls, 2 strikes. Crisp, a much better hitter against right-handed pitching this year. 294 average from the left side, 218 from the right. The off speed, a swing and a miss. Down goes Crisp. There's out number 1. Good changeup from Jared Weaver.
Way after an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, which Coco Crisp is late on. Some great changeup. It's all about the arm action on that pitch for Weave on top of it. Circle changeup, way out in front.
I love the Coco Crisp reaction. Just a spin around move, quickly walk back to the dugout.
He knew he had his one fastball to hit, and he fouled it off, and then it was a changeup and bye.
There's Matsui lifting one out toward right, playable for Torrey. 2 outs.
Another changeup there, Matsui, although it wasn't located exactly where Jerry wanted to. Matsui was out in front. It's a lazy fly ball to right field. What is the change of speed by Jared? His ability to change speeds on his changeup, curveball, slider, fastball, elevates, sinks the fastball now. That's why he's as good as he is right now.
Here's Josh Willingham with 2 outs. Nobody on. Fastball, first strike. Willingham wore it in the first. The fastball in the ribs. And was stranded at second base. Got a base hit in the 4th up the middle. 1 for 1. Slow breaking pitch. A called strike, and it's 1-2. Jared picked up 4 first pitch outs against Oakland. One ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, a few years ago, you could never say that 1 pitch outs against Oakland. We're all about seeing as many pitches as possible.
One, 2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Willingham. Another 1-2-3 inning for Weaver. As we hit the bottom of the 6th inning, still 1-0 A's. Get your game on by El Pollo Loco. Now for only $5, get one of 5 tasty combos. They are the combos other combos wish they could be. Catch them before they are gone. And by Time Warner Cable. Angels baseball is brought to you by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on by El Pollo Loco. Now for only $5, get one of 5 tasty combos. They are the combos other combos wish they could be. Catch them before they are gone. And by Time Warner Cable. Halos down by the score of 1-0 as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. Texas has already won tonight. They defeated the Seattle Mariners. Their magic number currently standing at 1 to clinch the Western Division. A loss by the Angels that Texas will be celebrating in Arlington. Mathis, Izturis, and Borges as that pitch is down in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. The Angels trying to pick up a half game in the wild card, as well as maintain a 5-game deficit in the West with a victory tonight. Boston postponed tonight. Mathis lifts one out to straightaway center field. Coco Crisp back a couple of steps. He puts it away for the first down. Boston and the Yankees will play a doubleheader on Sunday. The Halos with a victory tonight would be tied with Tampa Bay in the wild card at 2.5 back. It's still 5 back in the West with 5 to play.
Gonzalez with 9 outfield outs so far in the game. A lot of off the end of the bat swings.
Fastball is outside to Meiser Izturis. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, not including that Mathis at bat there. Gonzalez 5 starts, including tonight. 3-1 record, a 1.76 ERA against the Angels this year. Two-0 pitch. Strike, 2-1. Meiser getting the start at third base is struck out, hit a fly ball to center, so he's 0 for 2. Fouls it off to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Very economical 68 pitches for Gonzalez. 42 have been strikes. He's picked up 4 punch outs and walked nobody. Just 1 hit allowed. Meiser just got a piece of that one. Keeps his at-bat alive.
Both pitchers throw slightly across their body. Jared a little bit more so than Gonzalez, but very difficult for hitters to pick up the baseball. They hide the ball extremely well until they deliver the pitch.
Full count. One of the few pitches we've seen Gonzalez kind of recoil on, not following through, and that's why we seem to sail away from him. A full count with Borges on deck. 3-2. Meiser bounces it over to second. Jamal Weeks will retire him. 2 outs.
Like Meiser did him a favor. Looked like it was going to be ball 4 off the plate.
Number 25, center fielder Peter Borges.
Well, he's been outstanding. There's no question. 3-1 mark with an ERA 1.72 against the Angels this season. I've all thrown a lot more strikes against the Angels than anybody else in the American League as far as on a consistent basis.
Peter tonight has hit a fly ball to center and a fly ball to right. Takes that pitch off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 1 now. Halos have played well at home this year. 44-31 record. trying to saw off Gonzalez. This one lifted out toward right center field. Chris was shading him that way, and he'll put it away. 1-2-3 inning. 6 in the books. 1-0 Oakland.
Jared Weaver's been outstanding so far in this ball game. Great changeup throughout the game. A number of punch-outs, 7 punch-outs during the course of the game. A number of changeup, hits a fastball the outside part of the plate. A number of the hitters out in front. And outstanding. No walks, 7 punch-outs here into the 7th inning for Jared Weaver. 197 punch-outs on the season. Is 3 away from 200. Giving him an opportunity for back-to-back seasons with 200 or more strikeouts.
David DeJesus swinging first pitch. Lofts one out toward left field. Mike Trout back a couple of steps, makes a catch. 1 away. DeJesus now 0 for 3.
5th one pitch out for Jared in this game. Good opportunity to be able to go deep, actually finish it up. Hopefully get some runs across, though, to be able to get a complete game victory.
Yep. Saw the stat where Jared last year leading everyone in strikeouts. This year, of course, Justin Verlander just having an incredible year. 244 strikeouts for him, but right behind him, James Shields at 240.
That is amazing for James Shields because he's a guy that doesn't throw upper 90s.
Misspoke. CC Sabathia at 230 right behind him. Shields is 3rd. Pitch is down low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think we talk changeups. Jared Weaver and James Shields, the 2 best changeups from the right side in the American League. Both can get strikeouts or easy outs with that pitch.
Verlander 244 punch outs and 244 innings of work.
MVP possible?
I think very possible. Going to get a lot of consideration. Might get some consideration too. Perhaps. Miguel Cabrera, Tigers. This one yanked foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adrian Gonzalez, Curtis Granderson.
Yeah, Miguel's been his usual self, one of the best players in the game. And you look at his consistent offensive numbers, some big numbers, and a lot of people were picking them 2nd, 3rd, maybe even 4th in their division. But the Tigers won that division easily. 2 main reasons, Verlander and Cabrera.
Full count now. Tigers won tonight in extra innings. Cabrera now hitting .336 on the year. Pennington fouls it back. 27 home runs. And now 100 runs batted in for him.
And when you look at what he's put up on the offensive side, he doesn't get a lot of pitches to hit because you're going to try to pitch around him as much as possible. Yes, they've been playing better, but they're not exactly a powerhouse on the offensive side, especially for protection behind him.
Mathis making the catch on the Pennington pop-up, 2 outs.
Number 31, first baseman, Brandon Allen.
Nine in a row retired by Weaver since the double to Pennington in the 4th inning. Brandon Allen, the first baseman at the plate. He's 0 for 2, line out and a punch out. Halos in the bottom of the 7th inning have Kendrick, Hunter, and Trumbo due up. It's Gio Gonzalez. He's had, I should say, very stress-free night as Allen bounces a 2-hopper over to Trumbo, and it's 10 in a row. Retired by Weaver. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A, and the Halos down 1-0.
Buck Rogers, an original Angel, wore the ever-changing Halo uniform for 9 seasons as a player, 4 as a manager, but was always partial to one particular accessory.
I love those hats. I mean, you didn't have to wait for a guy to walk around in front of you to see whether you had an A or a S or a G on his hat. You saw a little bit of that halo and you knew there's an Angel.
Oakland with a leadoff home run by Jemile Weeks to start this ball game off. Jared Weaver, the only scoring in the game. 1-0 A's here at the bottom of the 7th. 1 hit allowed by Gio Gonzalez. That was a base hit to Mark Trumbo in the 2nd. 3, 4, and 5 for the Angels here in the 7th. Kendrick, Hunter, and Trumbo. Gonzalez delivers a strike. '76th pitch of the night for the left-hander. Coming off back-to-back wins against the Tigers and the Angels is how he pulls one over to third. Scott Sizemore picking the 1-hopper, and there's out number 1.
Well, Sizemore's made some great plays in the game tonight. What about a quick reaction? That ball was hit very well by Howie. The third baseman, because you're playing in, you have time to make the throw.
Six and a third, 1 hit, 4 punch outs, no walks. 2 men have reached. The base hit by Trumbo, the error by Pennington in the 5th. Torrey swings first pitch, drives one out toward right center field, hit well, giving chase. It's hit. The wall pulls up. Gone! A bow tackle time for Torrey Hunter. Ties the game up at 1.
Boy, Torrey almost went to Torrey Town. 22nd home run of the season. That's a gigantic home run. Or that fastball jumping on the first pitch. Gonzalez, we talked about the ability to go to the outer half of the plate, but Torrey was in position to drive that ball out of the ballpark to right center field.
Mark Trumbo swinging first pitch, comes up empty, and it's no balls and a strike.
Fastball away, just a great approach. Gonzalez knew it right away. He was just hoping somehow that stayed in the ballpark, but it didn't.
Second of the year, 79 runs batted in, and Trumbo picks up his second hit of the game, a base hit to left. So 1 on, 1 out here in the seventh, tied at 1, and here's Vernon Wells. Mentioned he reached on the error by Pennington in the fifth. Struck out in the second at 0 for 2 night. Fouls off the first pitch to the right.
Well, we've seen Vernon have some good swings on this past road trip, particularly hitting the ball to center, the right center field on fastballs away.
Wells asking for time as Gonzalez was coming set. That may have been just a friendly reminder from Darrell Cousins to not back out at the plate until time is granted, not automatic.
Exactly. It's up to the home plate umpire to make that decision.
1 ball, 1 strike. Torrey Hunter tying things up here in the seventh with his 22nd of the year. Trumbo following with a base hit. He's over at first. Gonzalez is 1-1. He's down low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Gonzalez talking to himself, trying to tell himself to stay back and a little too quick through his mechanics. As a hitter, you're looking for a time where the pitcher may make a mistake. This could be the time.
Gonzalez, a guy that has gone many a times this year north of the century mark in pitches thrown. His 84th of the night is a bouncer back up the middle. Jamal Weeks near the banks. Got it. Hooks on his first inning-ending double play. The Angels do tie it up on the home run by Torrey Hunter. 22nd of the year, 7th in the books. Here at 1. The telecast is presented by authority of the Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Angels. Torrey Hunter tying things up in the bottom of the 7th. Jared Weaver back to work here in the 8th, facing 8-9-1. Suzuki, Sizemore, and Weeks for Oakland. No balls and 1 strike. Suzuki with a base hit in the 2nd inning, hit a fly ball to right. And the first pitch he saw in the 5th, 1-for-2 night for the A's catcher. Average of 237 on the year. Slow breaking ball fouled off to the right.
Boy, both starting pitchers has thrown a ton of strikes through 7 innings. Both pitchers at 84 pitches thrown. Jared with 55 strikes coming in this inning. Gonzalez with 53 strikes thrown.
Ahead of the count at 0-2. 7 punch outs for Weaver. No walks and 4 hits allowed. Here's the 0-2. This one fouled off to the right.
Jared will go with a changeup here. Suzuki's been pretty good against Jared with the high fastball, though you have a tendency to think and try to go upstairs, which they're going to try to do here.
Lays off, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pulls the changeup into left field, reaching for it. Leadoff man is on board. Hey, this week on the FX Game of the Week, our guys will be in Norman, Oklahoma, where the Missouri Tigers will look to upset the #1 ranked Oklahoma Sooners in a showdown between Big 12 rivals. The FX College Football Game of the Week presented by Russell Athletics begins tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific in high def only on FX. Snaps a string of 10 consecutive batters retired by Weaver. They'll work from the stretch here to Scott Sizemore. A's third baseman tonight, 0-for-2. Showing bunt, pushes one up the first base line. Trumbo picks it up. Underhand flip to Kendrick. Sacrifice works as Suzuki advances into scoring position.
Sizemore, nice job of getting that bunt down and advancing Suzuki. Practice that all spring training long and even during the season, where you have the second baseman covering with the ball is going to be bunted to the first baseman. All about the fundamentals. That's one thing that Mike Scioscia really stressed this year in spring training, the fundamentals. It's been a big difference between last year and this year as far as fielding percentage.
Jamal Weeks, the batter. 1-for-3 game with that home run in the first. Takes the off-speed pitch for strike 1. Weeks has also hit a fly ball to left. It struck out looking on a fastball away. Trout very shallow in left field. Borges the same at center, and shading Weeks the opposite way. Torrey straight up and right. '92nd pitch of the night for Weaver, misses outside, and it's 1-1. 5 hits for Oakland, 3 for the Angels. Suzuki representing the go-ahead run. Ibar trying to keep him close. Fouled back. Weeks from the Toronto Blue Jays mold.
Just swing as hard as you can.
Absolutely. You see something you like, let it fly.
Well, we saw a lot of those swings up in Toronto. They don't get cheated on fastballs, that's for sure. Didn't get cheated down in Tampa today either, as they won that game against the Rays.
1-2 pitch. Bounces that one. It gets away from Mathis. Suzuki advances to third on the wild pitch. Garrett overthrowing that one.
Now going to force the infield in. A curveball hits in front of the plate. Mathis anticipating that ball hitting the dirt and going the other way. When the spin of the curveball, different spin, got part of his body, but it got the arm area for Mathis. It gets by him for the wild pitch from Weaver.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Weaver from the full windup with the infield in. Full count. Coco Crisp on deck.
Very difficult guy to get a double play against. Well, Weave with 7 strikeouts so far in the game. Number 8 would be really big here.
Here's a 3-2. Boy, had him out in front of that changeup. Just got a piece of it. Keeps his at-bat alive. One of the better changeups that Weaver has thrown tonight.
I don't know how he fouled that one off. Mathis talking strategy with Weaver. You want to go another changeup? Do you want to go upstairs with a fastball? The only danger with a fastball upstairs, if he makes contact, there's a pretty good chance it's going to be in the air.
Three-two. Ground ball over to third. Izturis cannot handle it. A run will score, and Oakland back on top 2-1. Well, you got the ground ball that you wanted. Too hot to handle for Meiser at third. And Suzuki had reached third on the wild pitch. Just comes in. That may have been the fact that the knee jarring into the ground may have hurt Izturis.
And you don't have to go to the knee on that ground ball, because you want to stay up anyhow, because if you're going to go on contact, you have to be in position to be able to be in an athletic position to make that throw to home plate.
Error all the way on Izturis, his 8th of the year. Snap throw to first. No RBI for Weeks. So instead of 2 outs and a man at third base, 1 out and a man at first. And a guy with very good speed in Weeks. Coco drops a bunt foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Weeks with 21 stolen bases now in his 92nd game. He's been caught 11 times.
We with 6 pickoffs this year, 5 pickoffs at first base. Very, very quick for a guy 6'7", very quick with the footwork.
Oh, 1 pitch. Again, trying to bunt. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Weaver about to throw his 100th pitch of the night. Giving up the base hit to start things off on that changeup to Suzuki. Sacrifice to second, but to third on the wild pitch. Scoring on the error by Izturis.
Weeks with that protection for the hand, diving back to first base, or potentially a slide into second.
Or he could just slide feet first, except diving back to the bag at first. Oh, 2 pitch. Breaking ball. Blocked by Mathis. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, just an innocent little flare off the end of the bat. Got this thing going for Suzuki, a sacrifice bunt. A wild pitch and a ground ball that went off Meister's glove, and all of a sudden you look up Oakland with the lead here late.
There's the 1-2. Chris grounds one towards short. Ibar comes charging in, flips it to Kendrick for him. Relay is not in time. Too slowly hit to turn to double play, but there are 2 outs.
Yeah, Ibar and Kendrick did about as well as you can do. Well, the ball hit that slowly by Coco Crisp going down the line. Maybe if he's batting from the right side, maybe different. But from the left side, that much quicker for him going down the line. Great feed, good turn. Crisp is too fast. Well, if you're a youngster watching that, that's pretty good right there.
Pitch out, and the pitch says over the head of Mathis. Crisp advances. He was never looking for the baseball.
Well, Mike Scioscia guessed right on the pitch out. Ball slipped out of his hand.
Stolen base for Crisp. .44th of the season. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that maybe Weaver just kind of vapor locked and had a breaking ball grip and tried to readjust as Mathis stepped out from behind the plate.
The way the ball came out of his hand, I was thinking he was throwing a changeup or something.
Two balls and no strikes. Two-0. So he looks at a strike, 2-1. Hideki 0 for 3. Ground ball to second, a strikeout, a fly ball to right. Fifth man to bat in the inning against Weaver here in the 8th. Oakland retaking the lead here in the 8th inning. Three balls and one strike. 105th pitch of the night for Weaver. Willingham on deck. There's the 3-1. Matsui lifting it foul and out of play down the left field line. Full count.
Jared is trying to refocus. A couple things go against him here in this inning. The bottom line is you can get through this inning only down by 1. Good opportunity with the offense to respond, hopefully, in the bottom of the 8th. And an open base, you don't have to force a strike in here against Matsui. With fastball or changeup away.
3-2 pitch. Matsui pops it up. Ibar going out towards shallow left. Trout comes on. Ibar makes the call on the catch. The inning comes to an end, but Oakland retakes the lead on the error by Meister Asturias as we head to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 A's. Angels baseball is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers and by Powerade Ion 4. Focus, hustle, hydrate, believe. Bottom of the 8th inning, it is 2-1 Oakland. Bottom third of the order for the Halos here in the 8th. To face Gio Gonzalez, Trout, Ibar, and Mathis. The scheduled 3. Oakland starts to get some action going in their bullpen. Gonzalez has thrown 84 pitches tonight. 53 strikes, 4 punch outs, no walks. Trout tonight 0 for 2. A fly ball to center and a strikeout. Joe's bunt takes a strike in at the knees. Lays off the off-speed pitch, and it's 1-1. Looks like it's Grant Balfour and Brian Fuentes loosening for Oakland. Righty and a lefty. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Or Balfour with a big fastball. Fuentes with the sinker, changeup, and deception.
Breaking ball, got Trout looking. There's out number 1. Let's take a look at our Farmers Insurance report card tonight.
Boy, 8 very good innings by Jared Weaver. It's 1 earned run allowed, 7 punch-outs, given 197 punch-outs on the season. Torrey Hunter with his 22nd home run of the season back in the 7th. At that point, tied it up. Weeks with the leadoff home run, jumped on a fastball early to give the A's the lead there in the first inning.
Ibar trying to bunt his way on, takes the breaking pitch inside. Gonzalez wanted an appeal from Tom Hallion. He says he did not go, so it's 1 ball, no strikes. Pretty close, though, especially on that slow curveball. Ibar's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to right and a strikeout. Alberto Callaspo's come out to the on-deck circle. He's pinch hitting at the 9th spot of the order. 2 balls and no strikes.
Callaspo 8 for 20 against Gonzalez. That's a .400 batting average against him.
Two and 1. Suzuki out to have a conversation. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, every time Eric is squared around the bunt, Gonzalez is throwing a pitch way out of the strike zone. Sometimes a pitcher, when he sees a batter squaring around, you try to be quick through your delivery so you get yourself in good fielding position.
Here's the 3-1. Ibar looks at a strike. Full count now. Sizemore and Allen at third and first respectively dropping back. Three-2 is outside. There's a 1-out walk. Callaspo to pinch hit for Mathis.
First walk of the ball game for Gonzalez. The guy coming in to this game leading the American League in walks.
So Callaspo comes up. Mathis ends the night going 0 for 2. Alberto with a .287 average. 23 doubles, 6 home runs, 46 runs batted in. As a pinch hitter, 3 for 10 on the season. Looks at a fastball high. Ibar, the team leader in stolen bases with 29. Both Balfour and Fuentes ready to go in the bullpen for Oakland. Meiser Asturis, the leadoff man, is on deck. Quick throw over and Ibar back. Alberto got to start last night at third base in Toronto. Had a 1-for-5 game, and it was a home run. Came from the left side of the plate, his 6th of the year. Two balls, no strikes.
Boy, all of a sudden, having a difficult time throwing strikes. He had a slide stepper, which is unusual there to be real quick.
3-0.
Well, Callaspo's got to be taking at least one pitch here.
Pretty long conversation between Suzuki and Gonzalez. About to throw his 99th pitch of this game. The 3-0 on the corner, 3-1.
And if you're Callaspo here, you got to think in terms of, I'm going to get 2 fastballs during this next couple pitches. I don't have to expand the strike zone against Gonzalez, force him in the zone with a fastball, because he'll probably come right back with another fastball if he does throw a strike. So you got to be selective at the plate. If it's a fastball you can drive, go after it a bit. If it's not a good pitch, don't chase it.
Three-one. Now back, full count now. Crispin center to Jesus in right, playing Callaspo the opposite way. Crisp out toward the alley in right center field. Willingham in left field, straight up. You see the alley, the big alley, at left center field. If Callaspo was able to pull one. Let's see what you do with Ibar here with a full count, 1 out. Ibar takes off the 3 down low, and it's back-to-back walks. Puts 2 on with 1 out here in the 8th. And here comes Bob Melvin. That's going to be it for Gio Gonzalez.
So he's going to the right-hander in Balfour.
We'll spin Asturis around from the left side. We've got ourselves a pitching change, and the Angels down 2-1.
by your local Mazda dealers.
Pitching change here at the Big A. Grant Balfour. The Australian comes on with 1 out, 2 on to face Meister Izturis. Balfour pitching in his 62nd game of the year, 5-2 record, a 2.49 ERA. He's got 2 saves on the season, 61 in the 3rd innings, 44 hits allowed. He's struck out 59.
Very good fastball, above average fastball, which is his best pitch, his go-to pitch. 91 to 96. He's got a curveball. Will throw a slider and a changeup.
Pinch runner at first base for Alberto Callasquez. Jeremy Moore standing at first. Ibar is the guy at second base. Balfour had a hiccup 2 nights ago against the Texas Rangers, trying to guard a lead. Gave up a home run to Ian Kinsler, and after retiring Elvis Andrews, gave up a home run to Josh Hamilton. Texas winning that game on Wednesday. Finishing up his warm-up tosses here, he'll be facing Meister Izturis, who's 0 for 3. Meister will spin around to hit from the left side for the first time tonight. Ibar hanging out at third base.
And why not?
Yeah, see what they say, right?
Pennington's pointing over, hey, you're supposed to be at second.
I'm talking to Dino. Ron Copa, he's not happy, but Mickey and Torrey are. Why not? So first and second and 1 out.
Hey, if no one noticed, why not?
Izturis, a .271 hitter from the left side. 18 doubles, 3 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Sizemore playing in at third. Pennington trying to keep Ibar close to the bag at second. Balfour's first pitch chopped on the ground to the right side. Weeks looks to second, but they throw to first. 2 outs. Izturis deciding to swing first pitch. Makes the second out of the inning. It puts the onus on Peter Bourjos. Bourjos has had an 0 for 3 night. 3 fly ball outs, 2 to center, 1 to right. Breaking pitch, down and away, ball 1. Gonzalez looking on after 7 1/3. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Both of those walks coming here in the 8th. 3 hits. That includes the home run to Torrey Hunter in the 7th. And at that point, it tied the game up at 1, but Oakland got a run at the top of the 8th to retake their lead. 1-0. Bourjos looks at a fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes. Balfour, one of those high energy, max effort guys, works very quickly, almost to the point where you wonder if he's actually coming to a full stop.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of discernible stop as far as delivering the baseball for Balfour. He wants to throw that fastball. He wants to challenge hitters with his fastball.
Breaking pitch, down and away. 3 balls and no strikes, and now another conversation with Kurt Suzuki. Ibar standing at third. Jeremy Moore, the pinch runner, standing at second. Torrey Hunter on deck, or pardon me, Howie Kendrick on deck.
Well, Weave looking for Bourjos to get a base hit. Well, tie the game, but potentially give the Angels the lead here.
3-0 pitch. There's ball 4. They are loaded up for Howard. Balfour screaming at Daryl Cousins, the home plate umpire. And this is that last pitch. A pretty good one.
Everyone thought it was a strike.
Yeah. So the bases loaded with 2 outs here in the 8th. The Angels down by a run. Howie an 0 for 3 night. First pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and they got a piece of Suzuki. Kendrick getting a piece of it. And it getting a piece of Suzuki.
Bob Melvin, the manager for the A's, knows that feeling. Being a catcher himself. Foul tip. Kurt Suzuki just plays a ton of baseball games. An excellent catcher.
So it's no balls and a strike on Howie Kendrick with 2 outs and the bases still loaded. Howie has struggled in his career against Grant Balfour. 0 for 5.
I'm surprised though, as quick and animated as Balfour is, he hasn't committed a balk yet this year. Certainly doesn't stop a whole lot.
Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, you're supposed to, as a pitcher, and that's why you're supposed to come to a stop before you deliver the baseball. He's almost going right through into his delivery.
One pitch. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Balfour is unable to get the breaking pitch over. Good hitters count for Kendrick here, 2-1. Upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 3-1. There's a strike, full count, and get the base runners going now with 2 outs.
I like that approach by Howie. Make him throw you a strike. He's got to go with another fastball, you would think. 3-2.
Ibar at third, Moore at second, Borges at first. A full count with 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Howie, this one in the air down the right field line. Playable for David DeJesus. Near the foul line, makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. And Halos load them up via 3 walks. Can't cash them in. Through 8. 2-1 Oakland. Stars to see which one will become the newest hero that leads them into the Fall Classic. Legends are born in October, and our exclusive coverage of the ALCS begins October the 8th only on Fox. Jared Weaver back out on the mound for the 9th. Down 2-1, 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 7 punch-outs, no walks, and 1 hit batter. The 1 unearned run, the one that came across in the 8th, the error by Meiser Sturz. The Angels with an opportunity to at least tie things up in the bottom of the 8th, but now with Kendrick with the fly ball to right, leaving the bases loaded as Josh Willingham takes the curveball down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Jared throwing to a new catcher as Bobby Wilson takes over behind the plate. Jeff Mathis being pinch hit for in the 8th inning. One ball, 1 strike. Willingham tonight hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, a single in the 4th, a strikeout in the 6th. 1 for 2. 5 total hits allowed by Weaver. Leadoff home run to Weeks. Putting the A's up 1-0 in the 1st. Breaking pitch pulled foul. Love the stoic pose by Mike Gallego, the third base coach, as that ball whistled by him.
You knew it wasn't going to hit him. He's been there before.
Big leaguer.
Yep.
There's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Willingham. There's out number 1.
Strikeout number 8 now for Weave. Goes upstairs with the fastball.
Number 12, right fielder.
Willingham had a lot of different swings during the course of this game. Jared hit him in the ribs with the fastball, the first at bat, then they had a ground ball single, but off the end of the bat, and he was fooled on it. Then back-to-back strikeouts.
Here's David DeJesus with 1 out. He's 0 for 3. 1 ball, no strikes. DeJesus with a strikeout, a double play ball, and a fly ball to left. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Andrew Bailey loosening for Oakland in the bottom of the 9th. They'll be facing Hunter, Trumbo, and Wells. But the Angels trailing it. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike, 2-1.
And that's what you want. You guys coming up in your lineup in the bottom of the 9th with all the pop. Hunter, Trumbo, and Wells, all with home runs total in the 20s. All 3 of them.
One count now. Cliff Pennington, the shortstop, on deck. Weaver had 115 pitches on the night. And this one is hit well to deep right field. This one is going to find its place in the seats, and it's a 3-1 A's lead. A changeup on a 3-1 count, and DeJesus picks up his 10th home run of the season.
Second home run of his career against Jared. Well, he continues to have those good swings against the Angels. What is up and elevated. Weave knew it right away. Did an outstanding job tonight.
Yep. He'll depart, trailing it by 2 runs. A pitching change here in the top of the 9th inning. Jared gets a nice round of applause as he leaves Oakland, leading it by the score 3-1. 3 runs, 2 earned, 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, and no walks. David DeJesus chasing him with his 10th home run of the year. Rich Thompson takes over here with 1 out of the 9th. He'll face Cliff Pennington with nobody on. 43rd game for Rich Thompson, a 1-3 record and a 3.10 ERA. Rich delivers a strike. Pennington 1 for 3. Had a double in the 4th inning, his 26th of the year. One ball, 1 strike. Rich pitched in Tuesday's game against Toronto, went 1 inning in that one. Gave up a run on a hit. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 2 balls and 1 strike. This one pulled foul, just wide of the bag at first. Lost by the Angels tonight. Texas would claim the American League West. Already a couple of division crowns in the books tonight. Milwaukee Brewers clinching the National League Central. The Arizona Diamondbacks picking up the National League West. Pennington out towards center field. Borges back a couple of steps. 2 outs.
I think many people around baseball would have predicted that Diamondbacks win in that division. This is the same division where the Giants won the World Series.
One of the worst bullpens in baseball, if not the worst bullpens in baseball last year. Retooled and anchored by J.J. Putz.
Great pickup.
Yep.
By the Diamondbacks there.
For virtually nothing in today's baseball business world. Brandon Allen takes a breaking ball for a strike. Diamondbacks defeating the Giants 3-1 tonight. Allen fouls it back and it is 0-2. It's got to be close to 30 years for the Brewers as far as winning the division title.
Yeah, they got in as a wild card team a couple years ago when they played the Phillies in the first round of the playoffs.
0-2 to Allen. He lines one toward right field. Torrey's coming on. He'll make the catch. The inning comes to an end, but we hit the bottom of the 9th inning. Hunter, Trumbo, and Wells coming up to face Bailey, down 3-1. Visit the official online shop of the Halos at Angels.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source at Angels.com. In the bottom of the ninth, Andrew Bailey, the New Jersey native, comes on, pitching in his 40th ball game. Bailey's had kind of an up-and-down season for him, although he's racked up 21 saves on the year, an ERA of 3.49.
Yeah, you can see the stuff, 40 punch-outs in 38 2/3 innings pitched. Fastball, 92 to 96, curveball, slider, changeup. Very consistent fastball when you're talking about mid-90s.
Torrey Hunter to lead things off here for the Angels. Halos leaving the bases loaded in the 8th inning. And now a 2-run deficit with that home run by David DeJesus in the top of the ninth. Torrey tonight 1 for 3, had a home run in the 7th. 22nd of the year as Bailey misses outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Halos have managed 3 hits tonight. 2 singles and a home run. Torrey took a huge rip at it, fouls it straight back as we go back to that 7th inning home run.
Boy, similar pitch hit out of the ballpark. Fastball in the outer half went very well the other way for his 22nd home run of the season. He had a great swing on that fastball by Bailey there on the outside corner.
Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-2. Torrey lifts one in the air toward right field, playable for DeJesus. He comes in, makes the catch, 1 away. So here comes Mark Trumbo with 1 out, nobody on. Mark 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. He's also grounded out to third. Fastball missing off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Towering fly ball on the left side. Pennington, the shortstop, makes the catch, 2 outs. Not only a loss tonight, but allowed Texas to clinch as they beat Seattle earlier tonight. But to be clinching the American League West, the Halos would fall to 3.5 back in the American League wild card with 5 to play.
Well, and then you're looking for a lot of help to get there at that point.
Makes the uphill climb just a little bit steeper. Vernon 0 for 3, takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Little number up the first base line. It trickles foul. Vernon heads back to the plate with a 1-2 count. Bailey's ready. Here's the 1-2. Wells hits one out towards center field. Coco Crisp has a beat on this one, and the A's will take game 1 of this series and lock things up for the Texas Rangers in the American League West as the Halos drop this one 3-1.
Boy, Oakland has just played very good baseball. We talked about, they've committed a lot of errors this season. Worst fielding percentages in the American League. They made a lot of good plays in this game. Got some clutch hits, a couple home runs during the course of the game, and win again against the Angels, going now 10-7 in 17 games against the Angels this year.
Yeah, the Angels fall to 85-72 on the year. Now 3.5 back in the wild card. No longer a chance in the West as Texas clinches it down in Arlington. Oakland wins it by the final of 3-1. Stick around. Angels Live is coming up next. Guys, we'll talk more about this game as well as tomorrow night's game at 6:05. That's coming up right now.